Big Ben did a really good video as a reply to mine about can you be a fan of two teams. Now, this video might have a little bit of what I had in my other video that he replied to in it. But I'm going to go a little more into detail in this video. How the idea got started was I used to live in the Philadelphia area for 53 years. I'm 55 right now. I'll be 56 in July. September the 2nd of 2010, I moved to Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Now, being the sports fan that I am, I still had to have my fix of live sports, so I started going to some sporting events down there. And with being September, it's the beginning of hockey season. So the very first sporting event that I went to after I moved down here was a Carolina Hurricanes hockey game. The Hurricanes just happened to be playing Philadelphia that night. Philadelphia ended up winning the game 8-1. Well, the second time Philadelphia came in that arena, which was the following year, I went to that game also. And at that point, I had already purchased the Carolina Hurricanes jersey. And from the time I lived in Philly, I had Philadelphia Flyers baseball caps, jerseys, and you name it. So I'm going down to the game in rather good mood. And I'm thinking, like, I'm in a win-win situation. If Carolina wins, I'm happy. If Philadelphia wins, I'm happy. And then some guy waiting to get into the arena that was wearing a Flyers jersey says to me, "Hey, fat boy, you can't be a fan of two teams." So I walked over to him and I said, "I'm a fan of the Carolina Hurricanes," and I'm pointing at the Hurricanes jersey I'm wearing. I said, "You guys just have a cool baseball cap." And I walked away. That kind of diffused that situation. Then as I was driving home that night, I got thinking about what that guy said. I'm thinking like, well, maybe I can only be a fan of one team, but I can root for whoever I want. Now, today, March 30th, 2013, it's a Saturday, there were 3 games on television this afternoon. And I just happen to have 2 televisions in my living room. So one TV had the Carolina Hurricanes playing the Winnipeg Jets in Winnipeg. And the other TV had the Boston Bruins playing the Philadelphia Flyers in Philadelphia. Carolina and Philadelphia won this afternoon, both of them by the score of 3-1. So I was happy about that. Both of my teams won. There were other games that have gone on throughout the course of the day also. Tonight, I was watching the New York Rangers play the Montreal Canadiens in Montreal. Now, the Rangers are just above both the Flyers and the Hurricanes in the standings. So naturally, I am rooting for Montreal in that game. And every game that's being played, you're going to be rooting for one team or the other. Now, think about the word fan for a minute. Fan, in my opinion, is just a shortening of the word fanatic. Well, if you're a fanatic about a team, you buy season tickets to them. Well, I have a partial season ticket to the Carolina Hurricanes. You sometimes call out sick from work if there's an important game on. You follow your team on the road. You watch road games. You are a fanatic or fan. But all the other games throughout the course of the year, to make sure that your team has the best seeding in the league, you're going to root for teams to win games. You're going to root for this team to beat this team. So, I am a Carolina Hurricanes fan. I live here. I have a partial season ticket to the Hurricanes. But I'm still going to root for the Flyers, where I used to live. In college basketball and college football, I'm a North Carolina State fan. I don't watch the NBA. And, excuse me, in baseball, I am a fan of the Atlanta Braves. But I root for the Philadelphia Phillies, Baltimore Orioles, and Oakland Athletics. When I lived in the Philadelphia area, Baltimore was only 75 miles away. And then, of course, the Athletics used to be in Philly prior to 1955. In the NFL, I am a fan of the Carolina Panthers. But I also root for the Atlanta Falcons, who are somewhat nearby. You have reasons for rooting for teams. Like in the past Super Bowl, I was rooting for the Baltimore Ravens to beat the San Francisco 49ers because I did not want to see the 49ers remain unbeaten in Super Bowl appearances. Pittsburgh was unbeaten at one time. They've lost. San Francisco was unbeaten until this year. Now the Baltimore Ravens are now 2-0 in Super Bowl appearances. And maybe some year they'll play Carolina in the Super Bowl. Carolina knock them off. So, fan of one team, root for multiple teams. Thank you for allowing me to bore you. Have a great day. Bye.